dragon's wrath. Aid and me, you're more in love. Lavistro, what game have you shown? A gooner's gaze on pixel queens. Tsugushisa wo kakan woke. Radashi ni kudake, higamichi wo kiru. Dragon lord of Lavistro plays the streams where legends stay. Lavistro, goyaku ai no bobu. Wings of might, his roar resounds the dragon's game anew. Lavistro plays tonight.
Joysticks crackling, fire in my hand. Burn the pixels, burn the land. Screaming avatars, take a stand. Join the dragon, feel the flame. Psychotic power, wild and tame. Join the dragon, Lavistro's call. Claw through the chaos, smash the wall. Gaming's ours, rise or fall. Join the dragon, that's all, that's all. Button mashing till it breaks. No rules, no mistakes.
Gooners for life.
Lavistro plays. 1 year ago, I was just a spark in the void. Never thought I'd stream, never thought I'd be heard. A psychotic purple dragon, Lavistro's my name. Hit the screen, flip the scene, now I'm owning the game. From a quiet grind to a worldwide flare, the algorithms change, couldn't hold this rare. Haters glare, jealous stares, watch me fly through the air. A gamer's soul burning cold, success is my day. Hard work, discipline, forging my flame. Lifted me higher, I overcame. Psychotic dragon, rising unplanned, untamed. Built a crew from the chaos, they're screaming my name. Rage in my veins, passion ablaze, lighting up the night. Soar among the legends, I'm the fire in the fight. Haters call me crazy, psychotic to drag me low. A smear to sink me, but I flip their blow. My crown self-made, their venom's my gain. Their words fuel my roar, their insults wane. Viewers hail me, dragon lord, my reign's alive. Dominating haters, challenges, I thrive. The world wasn't ready for my snarky reign. Broke the algorithm's rules, drove the system insane. When stream one viewed, 10 hundreds felt my blaze. Now the world roars my name, I've torched the skies. Streaming wasn't my plan, just wanted to play. Now I'm screaming to the stars, leading my way. To the ones who lifted me, I'll never forget. Wings of steel, heart of fire, no regrets. From ashes I rise. Look at me now, screaming among the stars, clawing through the void, breaking all 1 year carved in stone that hates my feast. Lavistro reigns, the dragon unleashed.
And we're live, everyone. Hello. And welcome to another edition of Satisfactory. And yes, my steel mill is not satisfactory. We're going to be working on it a lot. So I get it to how I want it before we go through and checking everything else. But I will say, as you know, as an aside, my chat doesn't have all your chats because I started up Satisfactory a little later. And now I hear myself on an echo. Who's here? Who is here? War Maniac, the fucking Frenchman. And Mikey. Hi, War. Give him a lot of shit, but he's actually one of the best mods. But real quick, before I go, I can't highlight him, but I'm going to give a shout out. So, we got War showing my socials at the top of the feed. You know what? Cause I'm lazy because I don't want to add all this stuff in there. I'm just going to pin it. And then we have Valkiria Winner, as his tradition, saying, "Hail all, food of time and food." And then he also says, "Call." Then we have Alice Lovely. Hello, Alice. How you doing? I think I just figured out you're lovely over on Sonia's Discord. But anyways, hello. Thanks for the support. And then we have we check the Rumble side of things. Then we have okay, here we go. Then we have Valkyria Winner again. Alice Lovely, cheers. Just making some more slowly and my uploading others I made. Okay. Oh, you made a song? I need to check them out. And Mikey saying his pee burns, as is tradition. His pee's always burning. He won't get it checked out because you know how the U.S. healthcare system is. And he also wants Valkyria Winner's toes. It's Valkyria Winner's head now. All right. So yeah, obviously we're doing something a little different here. Because I get so focused in these games, I forget to give commentary on it, and I guess I feel like it's not entertaining for y'all. So I have my friends in the gaming reclaimer chat VC, and we're just gonna bullshit and talk as usual. Give it a podcast feel, so you see some gaming streams and you see us do things, and you never know. You might hear Sonia Lisette popping in, and we go and be sexist misogynistic towards her as usual, but she'll seem to laugh. Or we'll pick on the Frenchie because he's French. Let me raise the Discord volume up just a little bit. Can someone in the Discord channel right now say something? I want to test that it works. Or not. War, can you say something? In English? Okay, say that again. It's not letting me. What the hell? It's not showing up. Okay. Why is this always the thing with OBS? Okay, try now.
Yes, sir.
There you go. All right, one more time.
Yep.
You are low. One more time.
Lavistro.
I hope everyone could hear that because that's how we're going to keep it. I noticed last night's stream, Sonya came in quiet during one of Mikey's clips. Options, controls. They need one thing I hate about Satisfactory that they don't have, the other games do have, is a controller detection system. So if I use a controller, and it's like, oh, he pressed a controller button, so therefore we will switch to controls. No, I have to manually input that in Satisfactory. Okay, Alice Lovely, how you doing? I'll give you your highlight. There. Everyone's got their highlights. Uh-oh. That's not good. No, no, don't fall off the cliff. No, 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 no. That was close. Almost fell off the whole side of that cliff there.
Have you tried getting good?
I tried that, it didn't work.
Ah, yes, homosexual. Got it.
No, well, yeah. To be fair, you're actually right on that one. Ever since the Frenchie came in here, my get good skills decreased. It's a debuff. You know how that works. When you're
It's always
French,
a
you're
focus.
horrible.
Always the fault of the Frenchman.
Well, yeah. I mean, y'all cause a lot of war crimes too.
War crimes, yes.
Lowest expectations. How you doing? War. Could you do me a favor? Lowest expectations is a streamer. In fact, lowest expectations. I gotta do this for. I get the chance to do this. I'm gonna answer your question in a second, but I need to fix something. So, actually, congratulations. You are a standard moderator. That doesn't mean you have to mod or anything. That's just so you can share your links out whenever you'd like to. You get to shield your shit because you're a gaming streamer. But I love the game. I'm addicted to it. Mikey actually told me I have a problem. He wants to start an intervention. I told him to go fuck himself. So yeah, I love the game.
You want to watch? It's like $40.
Do I want to watch? No.
Yeah.
Weird.
Then don't tell me what to do.
I'm not telling you what to do. I
Yeah,
just
me
told you
too.
go fuck
I
yourself.
love-
You told me to go fuck myself.
Yeah, that's what I told you to do. That's giving you a suggestion of what to do with your life. You can take it or leave it.
And you can eat my ass. There's your suggestion.
Fair point. Well, of course you love Satisfactory, Warmy. It's your French. You don't get good shit.
You're terrible, Lavistro.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. I love games like these. Lowest Expectations. One of my favorite. Oh, what the hell just happened? My controller went wonky.
Yeah, it's great. You can turn your brain off and have a good time. Or, you know, unalive the French when they're acting up.
What the hell happened? That was weird. All of a sudden, my character was auto walking. But my controller was full of batteries. It's like, okay, what just happened? Alright. Wait. Yeah.
Yep, YouTube is freezing.
Oh, shit. Well, I got good news and bad news. The good news is I do have a Rumbles that I'm live on. But I don't know why it's buffering. Why are we buffering? What's
It's okay now, but 30 seconds ago it was buffering bad.
Because the French are watching.
possibly?
I was typing a comment, so I was on the screen. What can I say?
I'm checking real quick to see. You're gonna cost me fucking YouTube, really? I don't know why this is going on like this. Okay, well that's good. It's good. Good that it's good now.
Professional
yes.
streamer.
Yes, I'm the most professional of professional streamers. It always happens to me, apparently. Yes. The Are you animal abuse time? Get out of here. Get. Go on now. Go. Oh, these two aren't connected. There. We might need some more water. Yeah, I might need some more rotors and iron plating. Okay, that's... Where's my vehicle at? There it is. So, see it. Come on, get up there, get the hill, there we go. You ruined it! You stupid tree, you ruined it for me! This is why we need to be like pro deforestation. I can't do cool shit because of those trees. Let's see if this works. No. I want you. Give me. How many rotors do I need? Water ton. Dan, are you fucking serious?
Are you serious?
I need to organize this later, but now, no. Yes, I know it's gonna be some clipping, so sue me. At 1-800 go sue. Again, that's 1-800 go sue. There we go. I want that. There we go. Where did that one go? I forget. Oh, right. Okay, we'll deal with that later. Not enough coupons. Okay. Wait, I think I might have enough that do some research. Oh, okay. I don't. Let's see. There. We're just mining it to throw it away. We don't waste. We just mine it for tickets. All that iron ore to make a coupon. From. Don't have enough screws. Okay, now you do. Now we're cooking with gas. Yes. There we go. Back for the power failure. What? I did all that work, and the water's gonna be in all the coal mines now, or the coal plants. Oh, ain't enough water. So, this pump is backwards. I wonder if I would put it in backwards. I think that's what you were saying. These pumps are backwards. Ah, beautiful pollution.
Yep. It's a sure sign of civilization.
What do you know about civilization, Frenchie?
I fuck you.
You're in Canada. You're with the meese. Or the moose. Mooses. Mises.
Mies.
Geese at least. Fucking fettered cobras.
There we go. They're done.
What's up, Josh?
What's up, Mikey?
There we
Playing
go.
porn.
On YouTube. Because fuck Collective Shout. Okay, we got 4 smokestacks up. I'm having World War II flashbacks, and I don't know why. Oh, okay.
I prefer World War One.
Thanks for those expectations. I should have looked at the chat earlier. You would have saved me a lot of heartache, I guess. But I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. Ooh. God. Oh, you want to play, huh? You want to play, huh? Okay, we can play. We can play. All right. Come back here. Did you want to play? Let's play. Come on, let's play. Come on. What, you don't want to play no more? Well, you know, he doesn't want to play no more. Yeah, that's so tough
prefer
now when there's a
using
vehicle on the
explosive.
road.
I prefer using explosive.
Well, I don't have that yet. Look at all this. The proper American way of doing things.
You need sulfur for your game.
Industry. Oh yeah. I agree, those expectations. It gets to be a lot of heartache and headache at times. Like, we're gonna be coming back down here later on to fix all this. 'Cause I want to turn this whole valley into if I can, into a coal mining facility that has a lot of pollution down here. Just fuck those things.
I told you, it's not pollution. It's a sign of civilization.
Ish. Sign of civilization. Ish.
Don't trust the French.
I never did.
Exactly.
He wakes up to eat beans. Fuck him.
And poutine.
Beans. You sound like a fucking bean eater.
Bean eater. It's bean eater, not bean eater. 2 words. 2 words for 2
bean
words.
eater. Fucker.
Yeah, but the results are worth it. It's so satisfactory getting massive things to function on their own. Oh yeah. And the pollution. And the pollution.
Okay, I'm done playing this.
Oh wait. Well, sure. We'll just run up. Hey Mike, you ever tried drinking coffee in this game?
Yeah.
I thought it was a cool little feature.
It's also an achievement to
Uh-huh.
drop the coffee cup in the toilet.
Uh-huh. Sure is. Should have gone and grabbed my vehicle, but I'll leave it down there. Where's my... There it is. I went behind it. Hey, Mike. No, hey, War.
Yep.
Quick question. What does this tractor and you have in common?
I don't know.
They both stink.
That too. But it both needs y'all both need someone to tell it what to do. It's not moving. See all the nodes? It decided I don't know what to do. The nodes are not how it used to be. What do I do? What do I do?
Fuck you.
And they're both fat.
You sound fat.
Oh shoot! Did it crash? Oh no! Did it crash? Oh, I thought my game just froze for a second. I was like, "Oh shit! You better not have crashed." Oh, Mikey, you joined the game. That's why. Feel free to do whatever Mikey's do. I don't know what they do. Gotta solve this problem out. So I got this mostly figured out, but I think I'm wasting space.
Fast.
Oh, that's right. You need... Put you in there, put you in there, put you in there. You in there, you in there, put you in there. There, that's good. Now, we go in the foundry room. You in there.
That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to quit the game. Oh, man.
why are you not working? What the hell?
That's interesting. On one hand, you have Dr. Pedo. On the other hand, you have a huge doucher for Kick.
Ah, put copper in there, that's for.
Happen to the best of us.
There we go.
What the fuck? What you up to, Josh?
Not a whole lot, really.
Other than being a follower of the cult of McDuggins and making people rage quit Discord servers, which I find very hilarious.
You are both to blame, to be honest.
Well, we kind of got him at both ends with that one, didn't we, Mikey?
Yep.
He actually ignored me and blamed you for leaving.
Yeah. I don't know.
Which makes absolutely no fucking sense because I'm the one that spammed everything.
He was wiping out all the ones that I was putting on, but he was just leaving your shit alone.
That's because he ignored me.
Yeah.
Like, he put me on ignore because he's a sensitive little twat. And then, mind you, I got lectured by somebody else later, like while I was streaming. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers are gay.
Who the fuck gave you
Old man Cad. He's like, some people handle things different. I was like, so that gives you the right to go around being a pussy? Okay. Whatever. Live your dream.
No, it's the internet, sadly, and
That's why I said, welcome to the internet, pussy.
Oh my god. You're a fucking menace, I swear.
I'm not a menace. If you're telling me that I can't do that, what's the next best thing that I want to do? Is do that specific thing you don't want me to do.
You
Yeah.
do it.
It's just, I mean, it's like the forbidden fruit syndrome.
That's mental psychology right there. You're
Yeah.
not allowed to do that. Okay, so go do it.
Well, no, it's like the forbidden
Tell
fruit
Mikey
syndrome.
not to
It's
poke
what
the
literally
bear.
what it's
Mikey's
called.
gonna poke the bear.
Yeah. You don't tell him what to do, then you're gonna get your. Don't be surprised when he actually does it. Mikey Psychology 101.
You're not allowed to do that. So do it.
Do it. Do it.
And McDuggan sticker in Biggitburgs.
Did you just do that?
I would never.
He's a saint. He's a good person. Sonya
he's
changed
not a good
him.
noodle. That's a fucking lie.
Sonya changed him. Sonya fixed him.
And he's got a post right above that too. Here, I'll put the there you go. Let's see, where's all the stickers at? Here's all the, there's it.
Oh my god, you know what I should have done when he said, fuck you, Mikey? I should have just been like, yeah, it's quite. Should have put them back, yeah. But unfortunately, Magecock fucking stole my GIF again, so I gotta find a new one that I enjoy. Dude, that motherfucker, like, he literally takes every single GIF that I do. Like, fuck that dude. First it was the tongue thing from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, now it's my fucking snobby GIF.
Just scrape and lick.
Oh, he hasn't taken that one.
Yes, he take that one. He used
Oh,
the top.
fucking god. I should ban him. Stop taking my gift, you faggot.
Mikey Jr. And you complain when we called him like that.
Okay, listen. Or, I complain about everything. It's just what I do.
Yeah, he's just a little bitch. You just gotta get
You
used to it.
ain't wrong there. You got me there.
I blame you guys.
You started it, guys. It's your fault.
Yeah. You have every opportunity to ban me, but you guys keep me here, so you're to blame, not me.
Why would I blame? Why would I ban
You ain't
you?
getting banned. No, if we have to suffer, you have to suffer with us. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, technically, I'm the one that make you guys suffer.
I mean, you try.
And time to go post dicks in the political chat because
What political chat? I ain't got no political chat.
I'm talking in Board's Discord.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you go ahead and do that.
Ooh.
I 100% endorse it.
And after, yeah, you wonder why people call him fucking faggot.
I don't call him a faggot. I call him, and I know I'm saying it's wrong again, the Sunder. What's the actual word?
Thunderay.
Sunderay. Yeah, Sunderay. Oh, a Sunderay. Because he acts like
Don't
one.
worry,
He
War
fuck-
said, hey, guess what? In your general chat, fucking posted the dicks there.
And banned. That's not the. No, I'm serious. Don't post the dicks in there because that's not an NSFW server. and we
No,
should have to
not in yours. I'm talking about fucking War's Discord
Yeah.
server.
Yeah, because you gotta remember, I don't know about War server, mine's a community server. So if we actually do that, we will actually get in trouble for that.
Ugh.
Someone can take a screenshot and send that to Discord because it violates
Good.
TOS.
Ban me. Good.
I ain't
Ban
gonna
me.
do that. I'm just gonna say he was retarded. He's special needs. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? If I ban him for that, it'd be discrimination. If I don't ban him for that, I'm violating TOS. What would you have me do, Discord? Ah, perfect. You even do this. Yay! Even though it's a little tight fit, but I don't care. Alright. So now. Let's see. Wait. This one the door.
Wow, War. You're gonna blame me for telling me to go do that? Interesting.
Yep.
Ah,
Give you one
okay.
fucking second.
So we have to time out Rove because he's a homosexual. Oh, using one of my my emojis on my channel. Stole an emoji from somebody else's channel.
Oh yeah, so Mikey, get this. A while back, before you popped back in the server, I was timing out Mikey on Sonya's server for a while. And you know what the reason I gave was? You'll love this. Fucking French.
What?
Yeah, like the reason I timed you out for like 10, 15 minutes, or more for 10, 15 minutes, is because he's fucking French.
Yep.
Fuck you, Mikey.
Only for 10 minutes, just for shits and giggles. And after a while, I was like, I'm bored of this. I was like,
Yep.
I'm bored.
And he fled before I came back, or I would have continued to post the scaly/furry opinion invalid gif.
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was even paying attention to whatever you were posting. I was just betting you because you were there. I didn't even read your gifts.
Bitch. Scaly/furry Fury opinion invalidated.
Oh, that's what you were posting? You really have something about scalies and furries, don't you?
Yep.
You're a Sundre on
Burn them
furries?
all.
You're a Sundre on
Burn them
furries?
all.
It sounds like you're a Yandere Sundre on furries. Okay. Let me put it this way. Absolutely no one. Like, no one at all. Like, no one in this chat or in my chat anywhere else. Complete silence. War Maniac. Furries and scalies. So I wonder who's the real furry and scaly here.
Not me.
It sounds like you're in a closet about it. You keep
Why
talking
would I
about
be
it
in a
so
closet?
fucking much.
Anyway, just told you I hate fucking Fury and Scaly.
Yeah, so that's what people who in a closet would say. They talk about it so fucking much. It's like it's in their psychonscious or something. Like the closet gays. They say all that stuff against gays, and when no one else is talking about it, and then all of a sudden they came out of the closet being gay, and you're like, "Whoa, what do you know? They were gay." We know.
Lavistro trying to get new friends because he's all alone.
I don't want friends. Fuck that shit. That's too much of a hassle. Do you know how much it is just to deal with your dumbass and Mikey's and Sonya's drama and everyone else between? Ew. You take that evil and you throw it away. The fuck is wrong with you? Friends.
Friends.
I want friends.
Furry friends.
Again, no one's talking about furries, and here you go talking about furries again. Look, just go get yourself a persona, call yourself Butterbutt, and whatever it is y'all call yourselves, and just get it over with already.
At
Huh?
first son.
All right. So, that looks like a nice factory. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about this.
Shut the fuck up, War. Piece of shit.
Oh wait. God damn it.
Fucking piece of shit.
It's not me. It's not me, but it's make me fucking laugh.
6 fucking days? What the fuck is that all about?
Mikey giving you the match. You did the same with the Rav. Fucking asshole.
Oh, what the fuck?
All right. Got all this going. Okay. You go
That's fucking
here.
messed up.
One of them put them in containers. Here. Wait, no, it's down here. The French coming here.
The French.
Go for that window
Fuck.
here, which is versatile framework. Are you fucking serious right now?
blame War. He told me to do it. He secretly messaged me and told me to time you guys out for a week.
Sounds like something Moore would do. Being incapable of solving his own problems, being too chicken shit to do it, he goes times out everyone else, or tells someone else to do it for him.
Chaos and subversion.
No, that's not chaos. Mikey's chaos. You're just being a fucking chicken.
Subversion
That's a typical.
and chaos.
That's a typical French thing to do. Something happens that's gonna cause you to have to fight. You're like, oh no, and you wave the white flag. I give up. Or you ask someone else to do it for
I
you.
told you I don't
Like the
wave
Vietnam
flag.
War. Vietnam War happens,
I don't
and
even
you can't
recognize
handle
the
it, so you
white
ask the Americans to do it for you.
I don't ask Americans to do nothing.
Okay, what did you ask Mikey to do? Time someone out. And Mikey's also a what? Oh, yes.
A native
An American.
Nope.
He's an American.
Lies. He's a neurofag.
That fixed. That was not that bad. Gonna drive me insane. There. Bit of a tight squeeze. Wait, we're using the wrong ones here? Yeah. Not these ones. My OCD is not happy. Not.
That's not the black basket they were this morning. One of this morning for the vandal.
Oh, damn it. What the?
Oh, missing materials. Okay, gotta get some more. Are you serious?
Well, I'm gonna go stream anime.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that.
You guys have fun. I will.
Gotta get some more plates, but still gotta figure out. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta use the bathroom. And we'll figure out what we're doing. How you doing today? We're back. How you doing today, Josh?
Doing alright.
Were you able to watch Hypnocast? I missed it, obviously.
I didn't catch it tonight. What was he talking about tonight?
I don't know. I missed it. That's all I was wondering.
Censorship.
Again?
He was talking about censorship in the UK.
Oh, the UK. No one cares about the UK. It's already seen, but it's true.
But the problem, Lavistro, is that this shit will come to the US eventually.
Yeah, I know.
They implement what they implement in the UK will be implemented in the US because of the fucking NATO and the United Nations and all this shit.
Yep.
You might not like it, and I'll be honest, I fucking hate them just as much as you. But sadly, the world goes toward globalism and.
I don't do the whole
Homogen-
globalism shit, but I do agree it's happening here. Now, here's the thing. The reason I don't care is because if Americans do their civics education, they knew that Congress votes for war, for the Constitution. Okay? Now, with Congress voting for war, the last time we declared war through Congress was World War II. So, from a bureaucratic standpoint, we've never officially declared war and been at peacetime since the 1950s, at least. I forget the actual date of World War 1945. So yeah, about 1945. We've been at peace since 1945. Now, if you look at the history of the UN, every time they have a problem, they call the Americans.
Yep.
And that the world sees us as the world police force. And they say, well, if you look at American politics, they blame each other for it. But they did this wonderful thing called, in 1950s, called the War Powers Act. So they don't have to declare war. They can just vote, let the president say he wants to do a war thing, and everyone just, says, okay, we'll let the president do it. And they say, it's not us, it's the president. And people don't know their civics education. Education system's failing. Even though that you could literally just go online at U.S. Archives and read the Constitution for yourself. Or you do what I do, which is actually have a pocket Constitution in your stuff and go from there. But people don't do that. So, for the past few years, we've been fighting UN wars, and the UN got us to go and get involved in France's war in Vietnam. And then we had the Patriot Acts, because they didn't want, they panicked, they didn't want to call for war, but at the same time, the Americans were calling for something. And they knew that if they declared war, it'd be political career unaliving, right? So they decided we're not going to do that. And so they blame each other, right? The war in Iraq was literally a goddamn UN war, because right before George Bush says there was weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, Saddam Hussein kicked the UN inspectors out, right? Which was the under the Food for Oil program by the UN. So we've been out there fighting everyone else's war, and everyone keeps voting for the same party every time. And I'm not saying go vote Libertarian, because the Libertarians, believe it or not, will do it too. It's just the nature of the beast at this point. So I don't care, because people keep voting the same motherfuckers in. They keep voting for a party. They say their tribe is this free speech side, or the free expression side, or the freedom side, blah, 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 and aggregating us, as the founding fathers had stated in the Federalist Papers, that they will do that for all eternity. Yep. So I really, this fight, I think I don't care, because since I don't care, you're beating a dead horse at this point. So I'm like, you know what? I fought for your freedom, all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. But if you want to go ahead and vote for slavery, go right on ahead. Like, at this point, I'm just talking to a brick wall. No, not the other one. Because political pundits, they don't want to solve the problem, they just want to complain.
Yep. Complaining get vote.
The
So
sound cuts out a
people
lot.
Don't.
How about now? It might be because I was talking away from the mic.
Me on my side, it was good.
Oh no, I do not bleed the language. I say what I say. If I get banned, I get banned. For the most part, I will still make the honest effort to not say something that puts YouTube's pennies in a bunch. But at times I just don't care. But no, so like I said, they're just going to do what they want to do, and American people are just going to be the American people, just like the rest of the world. Not because of they don't care. I do believe they care. I don't think they know their history very well. I don't think they believe that their side could be evil or could potentially go wrong. And most Americans are overworked and underpaid. We are supporting the entire world. I guarantee you, if we stop doing that, if we say, no, Canada, you guys support your own healthcare. No, UN, you guys support your US, UK, you guys support your own healthcare. No, EU, you guys support your own healthcare. Fuck you, Asia, you got to take care of yourself.
It's not the healthcare, it's the
No,
defense that you do.
No, no. We actually pay for everyone else's shit. Y'all come to our country, says we need money. We give you money. That's in our Social Security. It's in our healthcare, everything else. But if we actually stop doing all that, y'all wouldn't have all these cool healthcare benefits y'all have. Y'all wouldn't.
To be honest, Canadian healthcare is fucking shit. It's a myth that it's good.
Yeah, and we're paying for it. We're paying for it. People like to...
I pay to wait 25 hours to get stitches.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, we're paying for all that. And people like to say, "Oh, well, look at Switzerland. They had the best healthcare system in the world." Blah blah blah. Yeah, because we're paying for it. What do you think's gonna happen? We stop giving aid to all these countries, and they have to take care of themselves. We've been giving aid to everybody since the 1920s, since the Depression. Yeah. We stopped doing that. Go ahead.
Basically, we've been subsidizing Europe ever since the end of World War II.
Yeah.
And now they're all fucking. Now that they are all fucking froggy over there now because we've got a U.S. president that basically is drawing a line in the sand and telling you know what you people need to help. You people need to provide for
yourselves.
Provide for yourselves and hold up your end of the bargain when it comes to your own national defense and actually pay and commit a portion of your GDP to do that. And now they're all pissed off about it.
Mm-hmm. Like telling NATO that they need to pull their end of the bargain. Like here's one thing I believe that's gonna really help solve the problem, but there's going to be a state of anarchy if they do so because of how dependent the world is on it. We pull out of the UN and tell the UN to move somewhere else. You're not allowed on American soil. First off, there's several things going to happen. We're going to have problems with the oil market. We're not going to be able to get oil from overseas, which ain't a problem because we have our own oil. And the reason why we started going to the other oil is because people believed in the 1950s that we would not have oil. No, it was in the 1910s we believed we would not have oil by the 1950s. And then we started having the oil fields shit with the Middle East because FDR made an agreement with them, and so we could have wartime oil for the U.S. Army, and then the UN started catering to that as well. Now the UN is responsible for all the freaking Middle East conflicts, because if you look at those memes that show the pictures of the Iraq and Iran over time, you'll see yeah, over time they were modern just like us, and then all of a sudden they stopped being modern. They started going back to their old ways. And whenever they get into jihads and all this other stuff, the UN declares a ceasefire, and that ceasefire never turns into peace. But whenever these countries want peace, they don't go looking for the UN. Guess who they ask to develop a peace treaty? They ask a sitting U.S. president. Bill Clinton, George Bush, Donald Trump. The only one that failed on his peace treaty was George Bush Jr., and that was because it was through the UN under the Kosovo Accords. So yeah, I'm not ignorant of politics. I just read a lot into it, and I don't do conspiracy theory stuff. So the American people don't want to research that stuff. They don't want to look at stuff. They want to believe memes and whatever the media tells them. Okay, go right on ahead. So this is why I don't do politics, because, I mean, look at the culture war. The perfect example. We are trained to see everything as woke. And, you know, good reason. I won't lie. I mean, there's a good reason why we see everything, people are seeing everything as woke. But guess what suffered? Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. A fucking good movie, not woke as shit. Then you have people that come in now that realize, okay, people, the world is healing, now we don't have content. So what do? They try to claim everything else is woke, like KCD and everything else. Right? I don't need to name names. We all can figure out who we're talking about here, because they don't have content. Because people aren't looking at politics. They're looking at even the lefties are actually saying this is enough. So this is why I don't cover politics, is I'm trying to heal and move on from everything. Because we're going to have the Uniparty coming after us just like in the old days of Mortal Kombat 1 and Custer's Revenge and everything else, trying to tell us how to run our games. Because the first person to call for censorship of video games wasn't the church. It wasn't some fucking Karen. It was a government agency, the Department of Traffic Safety or whatever it was called. So that's why I don't care about UK, and know that they're going to do whatever they want. The only thing I can do is keep people neutral and agree that, hey, you might like Donald Trump, you might hate Donald Trump, but we both like games, and we both don't want our games censored. That's what I care about, because that's going to be the outlet to get people to not be unhinged. They need their outlets. They need their entertainment. Not to get, engrossed in it like Rome, but do you know why Rome fell from the Republic to the Empire?
Decadence.
Huh?
Decadence.
No. Maybe.
But,
I can't understand what you're saying.
And
No. Well, kind of, but no. Okay, so the Roman people, right? And during in the Republic, they had values of individualism and the rule of law, stuff like that, right? Over time, they got so dependent on the what's it called, the dole, and the parties would blame each other for the corruption and everything else. So the Roman citizens were like, okay, fine, whatever, do whatever the fuck you want, and then they started becoming like, okay, where's my dole? Why don't I get my welfare? And then Caesar Augustus comes in. The parties are still fighting each other. They give him all the powers, just like the War Powers Act and everything else, right? And then the Caesar, they realize Caesar's becoming very popular amongst the military as well as the people. So they try to get him to relinquish control. He does it. He goes over there, marches on them, and while I won't approve of everything he did, one of the things he did was restrict he found out so even rich people were collecting into the dole. But by that time period, the Roman Empire has failed, and he declared himself dictator for life, all that stuff. So This is why I repeat on history. This is why I harp on all that stuff, because like you can watch Tim Pool all you want. You can watch Freedom Fire 76. Hello. You can watch all these people talking about it, but they're not going to offer any solutions because they don't want to have a solution. The media doesn't want to have a solution. I'm not going to say every political not every political content creator is like this, but what happens when you no longer have any political content to talk about? They're fucking screwed. So they don't want a solution. They want to keep creating drama content and all this other stuff. So yeah, I don't care. I'm sorry, I just don't care. Because another thing that's going to happen is if we as a community speak out against censorship, right, and they pull this stuff, all we have to do is argue our case with the Supreme Court and get it overturned. That's all we have to do, and then those bills, like, yeah, this is against the Constitution. You want to save the kids, noble thing, but you're violating people's rights. So, because
It would be mean, Lavistro, and say to you that your constitution is worth only as much as the paper as it is written on.
Oh yeah, every charter is.
People need to believe in your fucking constitution to apply it.
No.
In 2025, people are so cynical.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about.
That's what I've been saying, War.
I know that's what you've been saying.
They're cynical. No.
Coming back to your Supreme Court and the Constitution.
Exactly. That's the thing that's gonna.
Don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know they don't give a shit. But just because they don't give a shit does not mean it's the thing that's gonna work. Not gonna work. It's the only thing that will work. But like you said, people are cynical. But the Constitution is the rule of law. People have made law. For example, let me put it this way. Hold on. Let me put it this way. The Congress had a hearing on the Patriot Acts, and the I forget his name, but he went after Trump years later, but he was an FBI director, and the Congress asked him about the Patriot Acts, and he admitted to Nancy Pelosi and all of them in the hearing that the Patriot Acts have been abused and being used against the American people.
Was it Christopher Wray?
I think it's I can't remember.
The last one was Christopher Wray.
Yeah, but
or was it James Comey?
James Comey, that's who it was. James Comey.
Fucking cunt.
Yeah, but my point is Congress did nothing. You want to talk about Section 230 reform, right? People say we need Section 230 reform. Let's look at Ted Cruz for the past, what was it now, 10, 20 years? I'm sorry, Texans. I'm sorry, Republicans, but Ted Cruz is not exactly the best guy in office. All he did was sit there and own Jack Dorsey and what's his name, Zuckerberg, about what they did to the American people on their social media platforms. He's literally the one that got Trump censored and banned on Facebook because he never acted. He just says we need to do some sort of reform. Has never written a bill on it in the Senate. Has never done anything other than sit there and own them because it helps his political funding. So the only way you're going to do it is if the American people believe in the Constitution, realize that Congress is doing things outside the Constitution, vote those motherfuckers out because they're not going to impeach themselves, and stand for the rule of law. You're going to need people like Ron Coleman or actual lawyers who are believers in the Constitution to go in the Supreme Court, argue their case before the court, and get the court to do a ruling which shuts down those laws. And if you say it's not going to work, it has worked several times before. It has always worked. For example, they repealed Roe versus Wade because they took a look at it. It took 30 years, but they repealed it because new evidence came out after the Roe versus Wade. Because, for example, what was it? Sonograms, all right? They were invented and they were in Britain, but they did not make it to the U.S. until a year later. And one thing we learned through the sonograms or ultrasounds is the unborn are human within 24 hours of conception. That realization came out in the 90s. Therefore, the unborn have inalienable human rights because they are human within 24 hours of conception. They have a heartbeat and everything, even though they still take time to develop in 9 months. So that's why the rule is overturned. It still works, but the American people do not have a proper civics education system.
The system is dysfunctional.
It
but
is.
It but at least in its dysfunction, it somewhat works in its dysfunction.
Yeah, and the thing
the
is,
court has
it's,
been doing what the Supreme Court has been doing for the past 6 or 7 years, and that has been striking down bad law left
Mhm.
and right, and actually being the ultimate check on the power of the legislature and the executive branch.
Yep.
And that's why that is why the current makeup of the court. That's why they're so hated.
Mhm.
And that's why the Democrats want to pack the court so they can sway the court in their favor for a fucking generation or two.
Yeah, and to be fair on the left, not all the right leaning ones are good. We had Sarah O'Connor, the first female judge in the federal system, and she was a conservative. We had Justice Scalia, and I forget the other one. I think he's still there, but I can't remember his name. But Sarah O'Connor, I believe, is gone, and Justice Scalia died. So we don't have true conservative judges. We have Republican judges, I'll argue, like Clarence Thomas. He actually disagreed with Scalia that video games are art. But, like I said, the American system has never been perfect, but it has been the strongest and the best system for over 200 years. It's just the American people, and the Founding Fathers pointed this out, need to understand their civics education. They need to stop voting on parties, because once we start doing that, we will go the way of Rome. We will fall. But that's just my take on it, because I don't take a side, because both sides voted to say no, fuck you, Lavistro, fuck your buddies. We're not giving you armor, even though we told you to go to war in Iraq.
I'm pretty conservative, but I'm conservative first and a Republican a distant second.
And what is a conservative? You know what a conservative is? Like by definition?
Typically conservatives are people who want to conserve the way that it's been for time immemorial. I mean, they don't want change. They want it to stay the same.
No. Not exactly. All right, so before the leftists redefined it, the conservatives actually had, like, when it comes to conservatives across, different political spectrums, they actually had something called modernity. They wanted to modernize things. They never wanted to change things, but they wanted to improve and modernize it. So when something new came out, like, for example, we'll use the Roe v. Wade thing, the abortion, right? It's humans. You're human within 24 hours of conception. They literally had something to side with them that this is a human right. We have to adjust this, even though Republicans and conservatives in the religious part of that group believed from the Bible that you're human by the will of God, right? No, conservative. Let's go look at the root of conserve. To conserve means to preserve an ideal or land based on a certain interest, right? So a conservationist will want to preserve a land based on the ideals of environmentalism, right? A conservative will want to preserve a land or ideal that has significant importance to their whole country or culture. So the ideals.
I am more classically liberal than.
Hold on. There's a reason why I'm saying all this. A conservative in America is different from a conservative, say, Russia, who might want to do the whole, let's say, bring back the USSR, or Japan, or any of these other countries, right? Because we have a different set of values. We want to preserve the Constitution of the United States. We want to preserve the rule of law, and we want to promote more freedom, right? That's just the American ideals. The Constitution, the ideals of the Constitution, is called classical liberalism. And classical liberalism and modern republicanism, not the GOP republicanism, but the actual concept of modern rule of law, comes from one man called John Locke.
Yes, and it's natural rights philosophy.
Yep. Which is why I tell people, like I tell libertarians, you're not libertarian, or you're not classical liberal. You want absolute freedom. You want the total, like the actual libertarianism is actual socialist anarchy. It's a form of socialist anarchy. They go by David Rothbard and Robert Murray because he did. Robert Murray was actually. Robert Murray did not like Ayn Rand, and Ayn Rand did not like libertarianism. She did not want to be called one. But he tried to reinvent libertarianism to fit his viewpoint and decided to rewrite history, which every history scholar called him out on that bullshit. But classic liberals are saying we want less government, we don't want to vote for party, and let's just put it this way: when Donald Trump came in, right? CNN and everyone else said we had not seen this many people vote in droves in support since Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan, the same thing. Ronald Reagan got a lot of votes, but no Republicans ever got votes since or before. And why is that? It's because the conservatives, nonpartisans, came out to vote. That's why libertarians try to claim they are, because Ronald Reagan claimed that. That's why Republicans, since Ronald Reagan, has created conservatism TM, because they want those votes. And what did Ronald Reagan do? He claimed he was both libertarian, because it was a popular phrase in the 70s, but also conservative. And the conservatives liked him because he was an outsider. He was not actually part of the Republican Party.
Yes, exactly. He was a freaking actor, for Pete's sake.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, the thing is like the founding fathers didn't want a political party, even though they fell into that, and they hoped we'd find a way to solve that, years down the road. But what they wanted was, let's say Josh, I'm gonna make a version of you, okay? So just humor me, all right? Let's say Josh, the hardware store manager, wants to run for politics, is he has an idea that could fix, issues on the roads and stuff like that. So he goes out to his people and he goes, if you vote for me, I'll do this. And you go to office, when they call for Congress, you take your carriage, or in this case, you take an airplane out there, you get a hotel room, and it's paid for by the American people in your district, right? To go deal with that, and you come back and become Josh, whatever, of the hardware store, and you spend like maybe once a week or whatever to deal with your local people's issues. And then the state had their own representation based on your vote of who should run. So like, let's say you voted for your state legislator, right? They vote for the senator. That way the state's interests are met and the American interests are met by the Congress. But now we vote for both, which has caused a whole shitload of problems. Because you do need that conflict to be able to say, okay, here's the state interest, here's the American people's interest, which is the best? And you have to, both sides that represent the two major structures of American government, the people and the state, have to come to an agreement on something. There's another thing. We're supposed, when George, per the Constitution, when Donald Trump lost the election, by the Constitution, he is supposed to be the vice president. He lost the election. Funny how that works, right? So yes, that means that Kamala Harris, technically by the Constitution as well, would have been the vice president, because of the I can't remember the exact words for the nation, but basically it would, the loser of the election would be there to kind of help the person that won the election.
Yeah, that was the way it was with the second place finisher in the Electoral College.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can't remember exactly when the person running for chief executive start. I don't remember exactly when in American political history where the folks running for the office selected their running mate as their vice president. I don't remember exactly when that happened.
It's always been a thing, even when George Washington left the office. Why do I keep saying George Bush? But my going back, because I forgot to get to my point on you, because I railroad. If you believe in the true natural rights and the U.S. Constitution, all this other stuff, you're not a Republican, you're not a progressive, you're a conservative, but you're a classic liberal, because the American conservative is a classic liberal. So when these Republicans and party members start saying libtards and everything else, I'm like, okay, you say you're conservative, but you're also calling your own people libtards, because a conservative is a classical liberal. That's literally what I am.
Well,
I mean, I agree with what you have to say, but I'll defend
the left-hand side of the political spectrum. They're liberal in name only. They are.
Yeah.
There's nothing liberal about it. They have
that form of liberalism came from France, because there was two schools of thought in the Enlightenment era. Okay, and it didn't come here until 1930s is when we started actually becoming more liberal, or modern liberals, I should say. But we do also have the Progressive Party, which were all full of Karens and all that stuff, right? Founded by our beloved Theodore Roosevelt. So the modern liberalism is progressivism, coming from the French ideology, which was very popular in late 1800s to early 1900s. And it took Britain by storm, and we followed suit by 1930s to 1940s, which is why people say, oh, I'm liberal, but they're really progressive. And when you compare, even though there's two different political spectrums, what they agree and disagree with, the way they want to push it is the same. So they're both progressives, the Republicans and the Democrats. And I would argue that the Libertarians and Green Party as well. Because when you call for a radical fundamental change of society in a culture, you're calling for a call for action. You're calling for progressivism. That's literally what it means by definition. A sudden and radical change, to promote a sudden and radical change in a society, which never works. But yeah, like I said, I don't do politics. I do history. Pelosi. Hello, and thank you for the comment. Yes, a book the founding fathers recommend people read, and I'll say it here, is Two Treatises of Government by John Locke. You could also find them, as well as the Concerning Human Understanding, in books out now called The Writings of John Locke. I would also recommend reading the Federalist Papers, and I would also recommend reading the Declaration of Independence with the U.S. Constitution in tandem, as the founding fathers intended. When you do that, for example, when you read Two Treatises of Government, you'll find out, if you're a critical thinker, even though it's in Old English, the concept life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, the three natural rights are in there. And it'll open up a lot of things. Another thing I would recommend reading is George Washington's Farewell Address, as well as Thomas Jefferson's writings. The writings of Thomas Jefferson is another good one. All history, especially if you want to be into politics, but you want to flush your system out and have like a fresher view on things. That's what I had to do. This is why I say I'm not political, because I literally had to reprogram my brain. And when I found that study that said most Americans don't know their civics education, I learned things that they never taught me in school. Not because they were trying to cover things up, but because they're like, okay, we can't cover this because we have to also cover this. Like, there's not enough time in the world. Which still harmed us in the long run. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't believe in the whole secret government type stuff. Because while it may seem like, there is someone pulling the strings. When you look at history, it's just human nature. We're basically fighting human nature, and that's something that we have to keep in mind. Yep, that's why you got to do your own education. Like my son is reading the Constitution right now. But the thing is, he wants to read it. I never made him do it because if I force it to him, he ain't gonna want to learn or listen. Because most people find history boring, but it's important. Whenever we face a series of great change, the founding fathers, Abraham Lincoln and Thomas Jefferson as well, said this. Like when we were facing the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln mentions this to schools and parents and universities to teach the children about the Republic and the importance of keeping it. And to do that, you got to do it for reading history and these books.
Okay, 77, 19.
17th.
So,
Lavistro, I got a question. I got an answer for you.
okay.
So the 12th Amendment, ratified in 1804, changed this by requiring separate votes for president and vice president, encouraging the pairing of candidates on a single ticket.
Yep.
The 12th Amendment in 1804.
No, Josh, are you?
That'd be under the second system.
Yeah. Now, Josh, I'm going to assume you're a Christian, right?
Yes.
How well do you know your Bible?
Fairly well, but it's one of those things that it's one of those texts that require constant study.
Yes. How often do you read it?
I haven't read it in a long time.
You need to do that. Really need to do that. Here's the reason why. Go look up the slavery amendment.
That's the 13th, right?
I believe it's the 14th, but go ahead and look it up. I'm focused on this game, so my brain doesn't want to focus right now. But there's a reason. I remember the Constitution. There's something interesting about it. But I want you to look it up and see if you can figure it out. I want to see how well your Bible knowledge is fresh. Exactly,
Hey, boys,
closely.
I dip out. Catch you later.
Mm-hmm. Did you find it?
So it's the 13th Amendment that abolished slavery.
And what's the exact wording?
So Section 1. Let me get it. Let me find the full text. me find the full text. Find the full text. Civil War amendments. Okay. So the 13th has two sections. Section 1, neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as punishment for crime, whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. And in Section 2, Congress shall have the power to enforce this article by appropriate.
That part we're not worried about. So,
yeah.
They're saying that the only way slavery could exist is through the court, and it's due to a punishment of a crime, right?
Mm-hmm.
Due to crime, due to time. Because they knew that someone could argue that prisoners doing punishment for their crime could be, argued as slavery. But what do you know of the Jewish slavery laws? The ancient Hebrews.
That is.
Do you need a hint? Do you need here's something? Do you know the year of Jubilee?
Year of Jubilee. You're gonna have to remind me.
Okay, I'm going to tell you the whole thing. So, it believes in Deuteronomy. It's one of the Mosaic texts, right?
Yes.
It says that you're prohibited from the sale and consumption of the human flesh, like cannibalism, slavery, all that. But they had slaves and servants, right? And in the law, the Mosaic law, they said that if someone owes you a debt, this is where that trope comes in for the Jews, right? And we're not going to mention it because of YouTube, right? But that one trope. If you owed someone a debt and if someone owed you a debt and they wouldn't pay it, you had to take them to court and have the court determine if the debt is valid, and would charge them by law into service of you. And after, once they pay out, their family wouldn't be enslaved. Their, none of that would happen. It's just that one, the offending person, right? And either once they paid out the debt, or 7 years of 7 years happens, they had to do what's called Jubilee, which is freeing and abolishment of their slaves, because they were slaves once in Egypt. So after that, the debt was called off. Debt was paid, whatever the case may be, and this was done through the court. Now, if a said person wanted to be a slave after his time or her time, they would literally have to mark themselves as apprentices as a former slave. Their children would still be free. Their spouse would still be free. They themselves would be consensually not free because they chose that lifestyle. So, the 14th or 13th Amendment is rather biblical. Because in the Bible, and John Locke tells you this as well when he found his statutes for human rights, he found it through the Bible. And the Bible says, I have the right to do anything you say, but not everything is beneficial. Right? And then if you look further, it says, test all things, hold what is good. So, if you have to test all things and hold what is good, that means you can't have dogma. You can't have restrictions on speech for everyone else. And you can't, and as Paul would say, you can't demand things of people. You'll bring shame to the church. Those are all things that became the inspiration for John Locke's 2 Treatises of Government. One of the things in there, he said, you don't need to have religion as a requirement for office, pointing out, I think it's in there, but anyways, he was pointing out in one of his articles that what dogmatic religion has done in the past, before his time period. So all these things are classic liberalism. Christianity was never something to be used by force, even though Hollywood likes to use that trope in movies all the time. It became a common knowledge belief. Like what's his name? Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Paine were atheists, but their beliefs were respected, and they were treated equally like everyone else. So That being said, the right to worship God in your own way means you want to worship God or not. Do you want to do this or not? And yet they still had, the Bible and the Ten Commandments, all this other stuff going around before the 1970s. When they tried to make all these changes, what they didn't realize they were doing was changing the literal shape of America to where people forgot their history just because they were triggered by someone else's belief.
The whole the whole notion of a separation of church and state as understood today is a complete bastardization of what Thomas Jefferson intended it to be when he wrote that letter. I think to the I can't remember who he wrote the letter to, but
the author of the Declaration of Independence, Madison.
And he intended it to be more like a hedge, but not an impenetrable wall.
Yeah, because
hedges, if you know what a hedge is, it doesn't completely separate two sections or two individuals.
Yeah, because
it's
Jefferson.
Just that the it took on its modern context by the Supreme Court decision rendered. I can't remember what the actual court case was, but one of the justices was Hugo Black, and he reinterpreted the separation, the ideal of separation as more of a wall, because Justice Black was a adamant anti-Catholic, and his anti-Catholic bias flavored the writing of that decision.
Yep, you're right. And what's interesting is on the opposite side, Scalia, a Catholic. I'm not Catholic, but Scalia, who was a Catholic, he didn't let his religion dictate how he should judge things, but at the same time, he used it to consider things. So basically, what he tried to explain to people was, just because I may disagree because of my religious beliefs that something was wrong, I did not, dictate that, because I had to balance that with my also belief that everyone has to, can't be like Christianity can't be forced or like that. I can't remember the exact words. Judges are very long-winded in their talks, especially in lectures and interviews. But you're absolutely right on that one. So, but it caused the American people going back even further than that, 100 years, going to the 1910s. The American people slowly over time forgot their history, and not by intention, but by sake of convenience, because they didn't like something or another. So
I've got my own thoughts about Scalia's passing, but I will not say those because you are streaming on YouTube.
Oh yeah, everyone has their thoughts on it. Let me just put it that way. But if I don't have the proof of it, then it's, to me, in my personal humble opinion, and I'm not like some big, guy and all that stuff. If I don't have the evidence, it's not true. I need the evidence to say, yeah, this would happen. This would be it. Otherwise, it's mere speculation, and me accusing one person or another would be violating their Fifth Amendment rights, innocent until proven guilty.
I just think that the circumstances of his passing are highly suspect.
Oh yeah, look, I agree.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I agree. Don't get me wrong. I agree. But until I have evidence, I don't like pointing fingers.
Yes, exactly. But the crazy thing about conspiracy theories is
they're never right.
Well, sometimes they do come true. I mean,
Yeah, I know. I'm just teasing you. Just joshing you. No. But no, I don't like talking politics, like the party politics. I like talking history. Because people come to my, like, for a year I've been doing this, where people come to my channel because they want to get away from all that. They just want one
yeah,
day.
party politics is so fucking tribal. It's not even funny.
Yeah. That's why I don't play that game too much. I support people, but after a while I'm like, okay, we're done here. Are you serious? Dude, think it's too steep. Oh, I'll show you steep. How's that for steep? Conveyor belt is too steep, motherfucker. Fine then. You figure it out.
I'm gonna head out Lavistro.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm gonna go fucking bother Mikey some more.
Yeah, go torment him.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Of course
All right,
he
you
does.
take care, bud.
Mm-hmm. Frosting, hello. I thought about it. I haven't yet because I've been distracted by a lot of things. But we'll see. Iron rods. All right, Alex, you have a good night. Brooklyn Blackbird, hello. How's your night going? Oh, I haven't bothered checking. Let's just say I am still trying to complete phase 2. We're No, I did not mod it. I'm playing it unmodded, just regular old vanilla. Don't like this. So probably try. We'll probably make it better later. Now, we have a way to come down here and even up here. I have to figure out how to do that. Later. These are the frames. Yeah, that is true, but well, I like it as it is so far. But how do we want to do it? Deep. Probably shouldn't. First thing I probably shouldn't have done. I'm gonna go. Fuck my life. Four iron mines here. That's good. Yeah, but I like a challenge, Brooke. Obviously, I know it's coming up next. Could put this. Alright, too long. Oh, you just being lame. Put you here. There. We'll have the zip line here soon. I guess what I could do. We'll build stations here. Be able to build something back here. Nope. Do not turn off aggressive animals. Vanilla game, vanilla rules, default settings. St. Hugo, hello. How's your morning going? There. Oh, we can zip line if we wanted to. Or later on. Well, that could be it, but let me put it this way, Brooke. I like playing games my way. Sometimes I mod them, sometimes I don't. It just all depends on how I feel about it at the time. Yes, we have coal power, St. Hugo. But that area there was my steel factory. But it was getting too complicated. I was like, maybe I shouldn't build it on the side of the hill. But there's iron there. So what I'm doing now is trying to see if I can build it here instead. So that's the back wall. Ooh. Petro Rojas, hello. Give me a moment later on to use the bathroom. I just thought of something that might actually help us out a lot. Alright, but give me a moment. We're gonna put the intermission on. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. muted. Sorry guys, let me fix this real quick. It was not stuck. It was not on loop. Okay, well we are officially back. I do apologize, guys. Let me see if there was anything in chat. Okay. All right. What I want to do. Yeah, I don't like clipping. All right. Okay, so that works. See here. Production. And we have a nice space to walk around it. If we had to come over here, we could. Go. Foundry builds that. Here. Put it. Then we'll do splitter. Right. Actually, I didn't think I thought this one through. Let's humor it for right now. Nope. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay. Splitter. Right here. There. Now we can see what the problem is. All the way here. Like that as well. And do upgrades later on. Yep. Okay, so now we have some interesting issues to deal with here. Things come out and we starter. Okay, that's fair. We need more concrete. Okay, we can get more concrete. Okay, missing material. More concrete. Okay, so now, oh, here we go. Now we come over here. Even so, we need concrete for that. This one here will make the steel beams. Yep. One next to it makes the steel pipes. And that. All right. I can't live in a world without concrete. Yeah. Oh, we're going to wrap it up. Free tickets. Oh, all right. We're gonna have to do something else. Okay. All right. We got that. This one. Statistics. Go. There we go. set the assembler. All right. I don't want to. Okay. This one makes a versatile framework. Which will turn into base. Yeah, all that space there. Oh well. There, we can easily get in there now if we had to. Which we're probably most likely going to have to. Alright, let's do this real quick. Power. You. 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 There. Now we got all that done. Would be a tight fit, we could go in there. That. Logistics. There, little. We're probably going this way. This way is for the that. This way. That way. Yeah. Those will go that way. In. Out. Now all we gotta do. There we go. There. Monkey Man 04, hello, how you doing? Long time no see. What you up to? What's good? What's new? Oh, that's nice. Wu-Tang. Wait, what? Oh, Warframe, that's nice. How you liking it? There. Better. Add to. Bring it over this way. Okay. Ew. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Goes in here. Go down here. Hmm? What's this one? We didn't fix this. This one is going to be pipes. That's awesome looking, man. But sadly, we're going to call it a night here. We did quite a bit. We'll have to move that down to here. And we'll need to build a trucking stop. And the iron mines. Probably build out that way. The iron facility we push out a little bit. And yeah, we're slowly getting there. We have a great view, and when we get to zip line, we'll be able to go down that way, up and down. So we shouldn't have to. But everyone, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing already. The new Flight to 500 video end credit scene is out, and it has all the subscribers' names on it that I could see in my YouTube charts. If your name's not on there, feel free to comment that with date you joined, all that stuff, so I can make sure you get the proper credits. Or just double check that you haven't been unsubbed, because YouTube is known to do that. That being said, see y'all tomorrow, and happy gaming. You're still here. What? You thought there'd be a post-credit scene or something? This isn't a Disney movie. Show's over. Go get some sleep. Play a video game. Watch another YouTube video. I gotta take care of the Dragon Wing and possibly get some sleep myself. Goodbye, all.